Dispelling dangerous myths in health and wellness each and every Monday with Dr. Anthony G. Beck. Brought to you by Biohacker Labs. Warning, side effects may include more energy, deeper sleep, better memory, resistance to bullshit, and more cash in your wallet. Consult Dr. Beck with any questions.
Hello, beautiful people. It's Larry and Oksana, your hosts in this Mythbusting Mondays journey. And today we're going to be covering a topic that's of much interest to me because I've been doing the Master Cleanse for a really long time. I haven't done it lately, but I'd say about 15 years ago, before it was the popular thing to do, because of my interest in optimal health, I discovered this thing and I read through it and it seemed like it made sense, and I did it and I lost some weight and I did feel pretty good on it. So not sure what's going to be the outcome of this, but we're going to bring in Dr. Anthony G. Beck, and he'll go through it and see if this is a myth. So is the Master Cleanse effective?
Well, I'm going to save that answer for the end, so remember that. Well, the Master Cleanse, really put together by Mr. Burroughs, it's been around for a long time. And it really comes down to, well, what is it? So for those of you that don't know what the Master Cleanse is, I don't know what the time frame of when it actually came out, but it's been around ever since I've been practicing, so it's at least 20 years old. Well, the thing is we need to determine terms here for a second. This is what I actually love about the sexiness of this. It's called the master. So it must be good. That's the one. It's the pinnacle. And then it's a cleanse. Well, I've said so many times before that cleansing is not the same as detoxification. It's like rinsing off your car and getting the mud off versus washing the car, right? There's a big difference, right? You could just take a little bird bath, but that's not the same thing as taking a shower, right? So we're going to get into that a little bit more. So is it a powerful combination? Well, let's take a look at the ingredients that make up the Master Cleanse. So for those of you that don't know what it is, it's really simple. Basically, it's water with a grade B maple syrup, lemon juice, and cayenne pepper.
And that's all you do.
That's
correct?
it.
Yeah.
That's all you eat, as much as you want. There is no limits. They usually want you to drink at least a gallon of it in aggregate.
It's a ton, and if you read through the Master Cleanse book, it'll show you that the maple syrup has all sorts of minerals and vitamins, as does the lemon, and the cayenne is to reduce inflammation and get rid of the mucus in your body, and you drink that for you drink that for 10 days, and on the tail end of that, you come out a different person, feeling amazing.
Well, and here's the thing, and that sounds well and good, but I'm going to actually kind of show you the physiology and biology of the body and why that's just not so, okay? So if you're just consuming only water, a source of glucose, some lemon, and cayenne pepper, though those are good healing foods, I like all three of them. I think they're delicious. You can work them into your diet. Everything is cool and groovy, okay? But when you actually starve the body and only consume these, right? So in other words, you're not consuming any fats, that presents a problem. The body needs fats in order to heal things and actually modulate and mobilize toxins from the body.
That's another good myth that we're gonna bust soon.
Yeah,
that's how good.
Are they? Yeah, right. Oh, I love me some fats. So the thing is then you also need proteins, but at the same time, these are what we call rate limiting factors. We really need to take a look at the results of those things in the diet. Okay, so let's get into the difference here between cleansing and detoxing. Okay, cleansing is not detoxing. Like I said, there's two different things. Let me tell you what detoxification is. Okay, detoxification is when you have a toxin, and generally when the body consumes a toxin, when it comes to pesticides and chemicals and xenobiotics and all kinds of nasty stuff, the body stores them in fat. They're a non-polar lipid-soluble form, because the body's storing it to process it so that would save you from the damage that its molecule being in your presence actually creates a problem. But the thing is when you try to induce the cleansing or detoxification, right, the body does have a penchant for wanting to get rid of toxins. Now, it stores it until a time to where it's inducing to do it. So I understand the Master Cleanse wanting to, when your body's not getting food in, it looks for sources of energy, of course, your fat and protein, so the body's going to start cannibalizing yourself, right? So, again, a lot of people actually do the Master Cleanse not for the health supposed benefits or cleansing. They want to do it because it's a weight loss program. Well, like I've said a million times, don't be a loser be a gainer. So in other words, don't focus on losing weight. Gain your health and you'll get the weight loss for free. So in this particular case, we've seen Hollywood and all kinds of famous singers, primarily female. I won't say any names, Beyonce. And the thing is what they want to do is say, listen, I got to lose my back, belly, and thighs and get rid of that kind of funk. So I'm going to starve myself, but at the same time, I'm going to cleanse. Well, it just doesn't work that way. Biology is a little bit more complex. In order to get these toxins out of storage and process them out, it's not like just taking out the trash, right? You have to bag it up, move it, modalize it, walk it down the hall, carry it to the garbage, close it out, and throw it out. We need nutrients to do that. You need B vitamins and antioxidants like glutathione and branched-chain amino acids and flavonoids and phospholipids. These actual chemicals and proverbial soaps and bags to take out this trash. So if you're not consuming those over time, you're actually going to be doing something very damaging to the body, and that is pulling these toxins out of storage and then getting them stuck in this intermediate state we actually call intermediate metabolites, and these create what we call reactive oxygen intermediates or species. And these reactive things, man, do they jack up DNA. That's a medical term, jacking them up. So the thing is it gets dangerous. Now, we're talking about detoxification. We talk about phase 1 and phase 2. One of the big organs that's responsible for this is, of course, our lovely liver. And the thing is that if you start this cleanse and you don't have a healthy liver, like say somebody who's consumed too much alcohol or pharmaceutical drugs and the liver's not healthy, but then I want to get healthy, so I'm going to do the master cleanse. Now what you're doing is you're forcing a weakened organ system to now have to do more work. And I have seen this clinically countless times, it inducing some problems. Now, has it killed anybody? Not that I know of, I haven't experienced, but has it induced muscle aches and pains and acne and headaches and allergic reactions and cysts and things like that? It sure has. But people go, well, that's it, getting rid of the toxins. Well, that's like me saying I'm getting rid of my garbage by setting it out on the front porch. No, you got to take it to the dumpster. There's a big difference. You don't want to get it stuck there, because where I come from, you leave it out on the porch, the raccoons are going to get it. And that just creates a big problem. Right, exactly.
So the point here is that even though you're thinking that, I'm feeling like crap, it's just getting the toxins out, in reality they're just getting stirred up. They're not getting out.
Well, it's your body really signaling, hey, stop it.
Yeah, but no, people go, oh no, that's a Herxheim reaction. That's just a cleansing reaction. Keep going.
And what's kind of funny that, we got friends like that, they're like, I'm starting my cleanse tomorrow, so let me stuff my face today because this is my last chance.
Oh man, right. See, people forget that the body, that's so true. They don't realize that the body is a very complex, interwoven relationship of systems. And when you do the master cleanse, it actually can really do a lot more harm than good. So many systems of the body. Well, guess what? All of them, not so many. Your thyroid, your pancreas, your pituitary, your kidneys, your muscles, they all use the same highway. They're all able to be affected by chemistry that's actually in the vascular system. So if you're doing things that force the body to start cannibalizing itself and consuming stored body fat, and you do it in the absence of other nutrients, you're asking for trouble, okay? So at the end of the day, what would be a good way to modify this? Well, you want to give the body a break away from very difficult things to break down that take a lot of cellular energy and what I call the biological economy of the body. That would be complex proteins and animal fleshes and excessive amounts of fat. Now, all those are healthy because I eat everything, and to be healthy, I really think we should. But when it comes, if you want to cleanse and detox, there's a right order to do it. There's components of it that are far beyond just 3 simple ingredients, because your body only has a certain amount of nutrients that it stores. Now, a cleanse like this is not necessarily going to be harmful or create problems for the vast majority of people if you did it for, say, 3 to 5 days or so. But biologically, you only have somewhere between 7 to 9 days worth of protein that needs to be replaced, recycled, or supported. So people I've known do this master cleanse for 30 days, 40 days, and a couple months, and they normally just look like hell. And eyes are sunken in, their body is just weak, and they just have bought so much into that that thought that, oh, this is good for me because look at all the fat that I'm losing.
Well, what about, like, I mean, just having maple syrup? Isn't it, like, completely jacks up your whole insulin response? And
Well, it can, but it's different when you eat a glucose or sucrose source or anything like that with food versus by itself and then by this. Your body will use it differently. Will it spike insulin? Yes, but it doesn't have the same physiological factor. So there is some science and physiology to kind of support the premise. The problem is it's not sustainable, and it misses the fact that you require
pre-work.
That's right. You need nutrients to help this. So if you actually did this and actually juiced green leafy vegetables and wheatgrass and had some things that are easy to break down, like say some healthful nuts, well then you would really take it. Now we're talking, right?
So together was this basically, right? So you would do
so
this
you can
and
modify it.
Nutrients,
But again, in the absence of personal clinical data, I can't universally tell everybody to do it. You need to know where you're at, where you start, be aware of your own personal terrain and biochemistry and what your status is. If you're sick and unhealthy and you just got diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, you don't need to be doing any of these detoxing anyhow. You need to be nourishing. Don't worry about, all the other stuff. So the take home here is this: you can do more harm than good by trying to induce the body to cleanse itself in the absence of proper levels of supplemental nutrients, because the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acids, these guys are the ones that are actually doing the work, and the raw material that the body uses to make the molecules and the enzymes to flush out these foreign things that we've been storing due to living in the environment that we do today.
So what would you say to people that have gone through the master cleanse and feel good all the way through it, and then at the end, like myself, like I went through it, I felt pretty good, and I got, I lost weight, I gave my digestive system a rest, and at the end of it, I felt pretty accomplished and pretty good. But now understanding that, you need all sorts of other nutrients to help detox and cleanse, like what would you say to someone that, could go through it and feel good and, hey.
Or is there maybe, like, when you're coming out, is there something, like basically easing in back to whatever your real routine, your normal routine? Is there a certain...
Well, there's two questions. I'll have two answers. The first one for Larry is that, you feel good? I'm not going to tell somebody, no, you're not feeling better. But it's not because of it. It's in spite of it. It's generally because what you did is for however many days you did it, you stopped eating the crappy egg diet that you were eating before that made you want to even do the damn thing in the first place, right? So,
come on, confess.
Right. So if you give the cookies and the coffee, and I like those too, they're within reason, okay? Not moderation, but balance. If you're eating a diet that is conducive to bringing you to where you're at, that makes you desire to do cleansing, the problem is that. And then if you're away from it for a day, 3 days, a week, or 2 weeks, and you feel better, well, it's because you're not eating that crap. It's not because of the cleanse doing it, right? It's like the old story of stone soup, and just briefly on this, is like, hey, tell you what, I have this magic stone. If you put it in this pot, and if this person over here brings some kale and puts it in this, you bring some potatoes, and you bring some carrots, and you bring some rabbit, and we put it all in there, that stone is going to make this soup amazing. It has nothing to do with the damn stone, right? It's an old book when I was a kid, right? So the point is yes, you will feel better. You can lose some weight by doing this. That's not the thing. The question is it healthful to you? Well, the answer is no, because at the end of the day, it's just spicy lemonade. So some things to think about, guys. Again, at the end of the day, think about detoxification and biotransformation, not cleansing. The body has ability to cleanse on an ongoing basis, but it's 100% dependent upon nutrients. You want to focus on plants, easily digestible proteins and fats. Let the body do the work. Adequate amounts of hydration, and that's how you're going to get the processes working for you that might be a little under operating and lending to symptoms that you have. So just be smart about it. That's the take home.
So that's all we have for this episode of Mythbusting Mondays, brought to you by Biohacker Labs. We're on a mission to open 1 million people's eyes to the real truth about health and optimal wellness. So please help us by sharing this podcast with family and friends. And together we can break free from all that noise and confusion and make the world a brighter place. Remember, each episode comes with a video and slides, so make sure to head over to www.biohackerlabs.com/podcasts to get them, as well as our show notes and some free gifts.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast to discover more dangerous health myths. We love hearing from you, so please share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have a show suggestion or want us to bust a myth, please email it to us at mythbusting@biohackerlabs.com. See you all next week with a fresh myth-busting episode.